What's going on, guys? Mike McFarland here, sitting in McFarland's corner. Going to give you guys a Lake Fork public rundown for Friday, March 18th, 2022. As always, let's start with the lake conditions and the board. We last talked on Wednesday, so we're going to start in here with Thursday. But I briefly want to touch base on Wednesday for the warm trend. We had a really good warm trending week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By the end of Wednesday, we were really at a good parameter of 58 degrees. That held overnight. Thursday morning when I launched the boat, we were at 57.5. This was really making things begin to happen. I fished Wednesday afternoon and actually caught the fish really, really good. Fished in some backwaters. And caught males, and then went and fished out on some of the main stuff in the main lake and caught the better fish. What's amazing is that on Thursday, the winds kicked up yesterday. And those winds took that temperature right out. So you'll see here that yesterday, in the morning versus the afternoon, we had a loss of temperature. What that's from is a churn, okay? The south winds churned the lake hard enough that, remember, this is always my main lake temperatures. There are backwaters that are up in the 50s and 60 degrees, but the main lake really lost its temperatures. As of today, massive, massive west winds. There were whitecaps in Williams Creek. I mean, not whitecaps, but like whitecaps and even small rollers. The main lake was a tyrant, and then the wind switching to north and going to blow over 20 miles an hour for the rest of the afternoon. 53 degrees was with no change, no warm trend as of today. 0 to 1 feet, definitely churning and turning up a lot of that open shoreline because the lake is 6.5 feet low. And we're going to talk about this just a second. There's a lot of dirt in the water now. So in some areas, the visibility is just inches. And I expect that to kind of remain the same. Generally, the month of April on Lake Fork is a lot of wind. We get it 2 days from the south and then 1 day from the north, and 3 days from the north and 1 day from the south. In fact, a couple of years back, I had to sit up in my seat because I had a strawberry on my backside from bouncing in the rough water for more than 3 or 4 weeks every single day. But also, let's talk about lake level. As I discussed with the SRA, they basically are continuing to work on the concrete in the dam, but things look good. The outlook looks really good. That with some future rains, we're going to be able to hold the level. You will see that we were very slowly dropping from Wednesday to Thursday, 39658. And today when I checked, I'm not sure if this is a typo, 39667. It's suggesting that the lake has come up an inch. We did not have any rains yesterday. They could have closed the gate. Not a gate, I'm sorry. There's a pipe. There's a pipe that they have. It's called rate of flow, that they must generally have water flowing out of that pipe that's equal to whatever would be a natural rate of flow for this time of year. They may have closed that, and or this just could be a typo. I'm going to guess that it's actually 39657, not 67, but I did not call in to find out. I just looked at the board that I checked. And again, I'll find out tomorrow after I fish when it gets refreshed. So potentially we came up an inch. Today the wind was blowing so hard, I really didn't get to see that. And I would have visually been able to see that on the water myself. I paid that much attention. So I really want to lean towards a typo. Level should be 39657 and really still falling very slowly. Real quick again. I believe we're going to be safe with SRA. They're going to finish the work in the next week or two. And the April-May rains should give us a good boost of water in Lake Fork. But that concludes the lake conditions. Well, let's talk about the weather. As I already said, today's high winds really rocking the lake and removing most of that warm trend. It was chilly this morning. It was 50 degrees for the high, 54 for the high, churning up the lake and eliminating the backwater temperatures. It's really crazy. I've lived here only 8 years, and I know that we get some goofy cold weather. Sometimes we get snow even at Easter. But none of the past 8 years have remained this cold this far along into March. We've had fish spawning in by now, and the moon that we just had, there were some males and some things in the backwaters. I had a couple of guys tell me they saw a few fish trying to bed, tail finning, digging nests, but I really won't count very high numbers. The fish still are to spawn, which means the next couple of weeks, actually the next 6 weeks, 3 moon phases: new moon, full moon, new moon, and most likely a 4th into that full moon of May, the first week of May. We are definitely expect to have some spawning happening. The outlook for the weather, though, man, it's crazy. I'm sitting here looking at Monday, tomorrow, 46-74. Monday, 53-71, 95% chance of rain. Tuesday, 41-65. That's the low and the high. 55% chance of rain. Wednesday, 37-58. That's not going to warm this lake up like we need. And man, I'm not the only one. I'm not crying the blues, but boy, we need that water to warm up. These fish are Florida strain. They don't like the cold, and it's like girls in bikinis. They don't go to the beach when it's cold and the sun ain't shining, and we're just not getting it. So that's kind of where we're at. These Florida strain fish are still tough to catch. We are catching fish, and fishing, I want to say, is good overall, but it's that same old thing I've been saying, Texas two-step. Wednesday, beautiful warm trend. I took Brooke out. We had low winds, huge warm trends, 57 degrees. We caught them. We caught them good. As soon as that kicked back down, I've been grinding once again. I darn near zeroed yesterday. Had a big fish on that broke our line, but man, soft plastics seem to be the best way to approach it right now. The reaction baits, kind of limited. If you're a live scoper, you're probably going to go ahead and use some jerk baits, Alabama rigs. You're going to find those fish suspending in the trees. Use your live scope to target them, and you can get it done that way. Okay. So again, I think I've said everything. The next 2 weeks, expect a spawn. Expect, no matter what, these fish have to do this soon. The daylight's growing longer each day. The angle of the sun, all that stuff is right. And remember, it's Northeast Texas. These are real shallow lakes. All of them in Texas, shallow lakes. They tend to have really good content in the water. Content in the water means fast, rapid warm trends. When you have crystal clear water like California lakes, it takes 3-4 weeks for that sun to penetrate and warm that water. When you got a lot of dirt and content and things, like, even though I don't like the fact that the lake churned right now, all that dirt and sand and content, the first day the sun shines, warms up just like that. So be ready to do some spawn fishing very soon. With that being said, a couple of things I want to do. I want to say thanks to all my sponsors. Man, there's so many sponsors right now. They're not even all on this board. There's so many sponsors that have really made all this possible, that have supported me all along the way. Some of them right from the beginning when I came here to Texas, and some of them still loyal to me and me loyal to them. So, check this board out here. Got Tight Lines UV, Impact Shad, Impact Man, Mark Pack. I loved him. He's passed on, but his partner, Dave Rosenquist, is still supporting me. Thank you so much. Real Time Rods, we lost Louis Vaughn, and Mike Harvick and Kenny Mosier. They've taken it over, and they just they literally put my physical name on the rods. We've talked about this for a long time. We've called them McFarland signature rods. I did design those rods with Louis and put that together, but they actually put my name on the rods. It's awesome. So thank you to everybody on there. J. Hodge Chevrolet, Skeeter Boats. I can't even thank Skeeter Boats, what they've done. Fred at Diamond Sports. I'm always bugging Fred with things that I need. And, he's never ever told me no. He's always been there. So Diamond Sports, big shout out to Diamond Sports. Thank you guys all. If you are enjoying this, hit the thumbs up. Comment below. If you want me to talk about something, maybe a lesson you want to learn and I'm willing to share with the public, I would do that for you. So comment below on something you might want to learn. Doesn't even have to be about Lake Fork. If you have not found me on Instagram, The Lake Fork Guide on Instagram. Facebook business page, Lake Fork Adventures Guide Service. And I'm going to leave you with one last thing. As soon as I hit the stop button on this, I'm going to start recording a members only. If you have not subscribed to the members only, you're missing out. I'm giving you some really good information here, and I'm trying to make the public report be valuable and worthy to you. But if you want to know exactly what I'm doing when I fish Lake Fork with my clients, If you want to know the exact location and area that I'm spending the majority of my time, which we're calling the Rule of Three theory, and it's working tremendously, then I'm asking you, please, give it a shot. Subscribe to the members only channel. $4.99 gets you access to all of my private videos and a report that's in much more detail than ever before. So again, thank you all for subscribing to the public channel and subscribing to Mike McFarland, the Lake Fork Guide. God bless you. Have a great weekend if you come fishing. And remember, the lake is super low still, so take your time and be very careful. Thanks for watching.